Today, I'm going to show you guys a hidden gem of a layer 1 blockchain that people don't even know exist. And it's so amazing and it offers so many amazing things. You will be blown away of how amazing this blockchain is. But when we take a look at the market cap, it is sitting at about $1.38 million. Now, in the last 30 days, the price has doubled. And do keep this in mind that all of this happened while we are in some sort of a bearish short-term market. So despite the market conditions, the price has increased to double, which I think says something very important. So in this video, we are going to talk about this layer 1 blockchain and what we can do in it and what we can expect from it, because there are a lot of things. We're going to talk about the play to earn games that we have here. So this layer 1 blockchain, it is created for two specific things. I mean, you can do, obviously you can do a lot more in this blockchain, but it is specifically created for two main things. That is, the first one is gaming. The next one is AI agents. Now, this is the official website of Neoxa, and we're going to learn through it and what you can do here. Trust me, there are a lot of things that we're going to take a look at in this video. We're going to talk about their very own exchange, different wallets that you can use here. We're going to talk about their mining and, how you can operate in Node. And we are also going to discuss the price of this token. And finally, we're going to take a look at their gaming platform, which, by the way, is P2E and it is free to play. So you can play for free and you can earn rewards here. So you have games like Rust. They have their very own servers in Rust, in Pal World, that is in the NA, in the EU. Then there's also servers for CS2, Counter-Strike 2. And moreover, there are more than, I think, 100 arcade games so you can play on the browser itself. And the more activity means more rewards. So we're going to discuss this afterwards. But let's start with what this blockchain actually is, how it works, and what we can do here. So it says native assets, play to earn, run by everyone. So unlike on Ethereum, people use the ERC20 or ERC721 smart contracts to create tokens. In this blockchain, you have native assets. So you don't have to use smart contracts. You can deploy assets like tokens and NFTs on the base protocol layer, which makes those tokens, which makes those assets really, really secure because they are protected by the core layer of the blockchain. Then we have play to earn, which we're going to discuss afterwards. And it says start mining, get a wallet. I'm going to show you guys the different wallets that you can use to hold these tokens. And we're going to talk about the mining itself. Now, the amazing part here is this blockchain uses a consensus mechanism of KAW proof of work. Now, this is a version of proof of work, which was, I think, is used by Ravencoin as well. And in this proof of work, what you do is, first of all, you have the option to mine these tokens using your GPU. Now, you cannot use, actually, you can use specialized, mining hardwares like the ASIC, but they won't be profitable here. So what that, enables is you don't have centralization of all these specialized mining hardware farms. This allows for more decentralized mining operations, which makes the network more secure. And it uses that consensus mechanism. Now, just like in Bitcoin, when we had the halving, we are having halving here, and that is happening in 3 days. Right now, we are at 2,095,000. So just after 5,000 blocks are produced, we are going to have the halving. And just after halving, we are having some very major, upgrades, more integrations and additions, which we are going to talk about next. So stay tuned for those, because all of these will act as a catalyst for the project and for the token price. So it says Neoxa is a community secured layer 1 with 60-second blocks, which is pretty decent, thousands of smart nodes, and a global pool of GPU miners. You can send Neox in seconds. This is the native token that we have. And you can mint your own assets, run a node, or earn Neox by playing. So it does give you guys a gist of what you can do here. So here are the things that you can do here. First of all, if you are a builder, if you are a developer, you want to deploy your own app, you want to create your own asset. You can mint native assets here. Just like I explained before, you don't need to use smart contracts in order to mint these assets. You can do that on the base protocol layer, which is pretty amazing. You can run a smart node. Now, you have two options here to secure the network. First one is mining through your GPU, which I'm going to talk about afterwards. And the other method is you can run a smart node. Now, when you run a smart node, you have to download their software, which again, I'm going to show you guys how you can do that. You can download the software and you are going to lock 1 million Neox, which at the current price is actually pretty less. So you lock 1 million Neox, you run a node that is their software, and you are going to earn block rewards. You can either self-host the software on your own machines, or you can use their hosting at neoxnodes.com, and all you have to pay is $0.6 per month. So it's a pretty cheap hosting there. The next thing is play to earn. So you can join Rust, Palworld, Counter-Strike servers, or you can dive into 100+ arcade games, which are really simple and easy and fun to play with. And when you do that, there's more activity. More activity means more rewards. And this explains really well when we take a look at the distribution here. So every time a block is produced on the blockchain, block rewards are sent. And here's how the block rewards are sent. 45% of the block reward goes to the miners. So these are people who are using their GPU to mine and securing the network. 45% goes to the smart nodes, people who have locked 1 million Neox and they are running their own softwares. So you have 45% that goes to miners, 45% that goes to smart nodes. Collectively, that is 90%. The 5% remaining, that goes for gaming rewards. This goes towards all the people who are playing these games, providing they are being active on these games. So they are incentivized with this 5% gaming rewards, and 5% goes to development. The max supply that we have here is 21 billion, and that is a hard cap. So they cannot actually increase this max supply. Block reward is 5,000 Neox, and it halves just like Bitcoin in every 4 years. The algorithm is KAW, I think it's pronounced proof of work, which is a version of proof of work. And it is, like I said before, it is ASIC resistant and it is GPU friendly. So they incentivize people to use GPU, not the ASIC miners. You can use the ASIC miners, but I mean, it will actually cost you more and they won't be as profitable. So because of this, they are more GPU friendly. They incentivize decentralized mining operations. And this is where we are heading next. So this is their roadmap on what's coming next. Now these things are shipped. So Neox Gaming Launchpad, Neox Exchange launched, which you can see their exchange right here. This is their very own spot exchange. And you can see the different pairs that we have here. You can actually purchase the Neox token here. It's just pretty basic. You get all the basic functionality. You have the order book, you have the different pairs that we have on the right side, and this is the market trades. So you can buy and you can sell the tokens here, and that is in the spot market. You also have the swap functionality here. And these are the wallets that you can use to hold Neox. So you have Neox Core, you have Web Wallet. So you can download all these wallets here. And there is more information about the mining here, which I have explained before. So you have two options here. You can either mine using your hardware, your GPU, or you can run a smart node and lock 1 million Neox tokens, and in both ways you earn 45% block reward. Here's information about the smart nodes. So you can host on the neoxnodes.com for 60 cents a month, which is pretty cheap, or you can run them on your own machines at your home. And there's more information about these rewards here, how they are run. So here they explain almost everything that you need to know in order to run your own smart node. So make sure that you use these instructions if you want to run your own node. And they have their documents, of course, because it is a layer 1 blockchain, so you do require all these things. Now moving forward, what is going to happen next is they're going to launch CBay, and this is, I think, going to happen right after the halving happens, which is in just 3 days. They're going to prepare for the upcoming Neoxa fork. So there's a hard fork that is coming, which is, I think, pretty amazing. It's going to optimize the blockchain more. The Neoxa software development kit has already been launched. There will be Neox X mobile wallet, and they will add Card Quest to mobile. And afterwards, in the Q3 of this year, they are going to launch their very own decentralized exchange, and they're going to launch Neoxa asset creation platform with instant trading. Of course, you can see the full roadmap here, but you can see we have amazing things coming up next. So let's talk about the gaming platform. Now, what you can do here is, if you are someone who plays games like Rust or Palworld or Counter-Strike 2, which are pretty big games, they are hosting their very own servers here, which you can get the server address right here. And you can play in these servers. Of course, they have their own rules here. For example, in Rust, there are no raiding. You cannot raid bases, and it is player versus environment, and you have zombies. So you build your own place, you protect yourself from the zombies. And the more active, the more time that you spend there, the more activity that you have there, the more rewards that you get. The same thing for Pal World and for Counter-Strike 2. So if you play these games, you can join their servers and you can earn rewards in here. And you can see the rewards in the dashboard that we have here. You have to create your own account in the neoxgaming.com. I'll provide the link in the description. And the payouts are distributed at exactly this time, 0 hour 5 minute UTC. Other than the games that we have, the Pal World, the Counter-Strike 2, and the rest, there are arcade games. I think there are more than 100 browser games that we have here, which I'm going to show you guys right now. Just click on any game that you are interested in playing. So this particular game is a simple clicking game. You click, you jump, you collect coins, and all you have to do is you have to make sure that you go at a distance. You know, the more distance that you have, the more score that you get, the more coins that you get. And that's all you need to do. It's pretty simple to play. Just like this, we have all the other games. You just click on it and they are instantly loaded and you can play them. And when you play, the more activity that you have, the more rewards that you earn, which you can track from your dashboard. So this is their gaming platform. Now, we have talked about everything here, how it's a layer 1 blockchain, how it's, how it runs, how it's validated, how it's secured, how you can do mining here, you can run your own nodes, you can play games, and these are 3 different ways through which you can benefit here. Moreover, if you are a builder, if you are a developer and you want to develop your own app, you want to, mint your own assets, whether it's tokens or NFTs, you can do that on the base protocol layer of this blockchain without having to use smart contracts, which, they create a higher entry barrier because you do need to have some sort of expertise in the programming language. So keeping all this in mind, you can see that it's an amazing blockchain. But the thing is, the market cap is just sitting at $1.38 million. Now the market cap and the price has indeed doubled in just a matter of 30 days, during which time we were having, ups and downs in the market, mostly downs. So the market cap jumped from $600,000 to almost $1.4 million. It peaked at about $1.6 million. So the price and market cap has indeed increased 100% in just 1 month. But regardless of that, the market cap is still low, which is pretty amazing to think about it, because it's a really amazing blockchain and not many people know about it. If you take a look at the overall market and you see how many layer 1 blockchains and their native assets are on the top of the list in terms of market cap. You have Bitcoin layer 1 token, Ethereum layer 1. We have Binance Smart Chain layer 1, another layer 1, Solana, Tron, Hyperliquid, Zcash, Cardano. So 7 out of 10 here are native tokens of a layer 1 blockchain. We have 2 stable coins and 1 meme coin. Just like this, if you go and check out all the top 100 coins in terms of market cap, you will notice that almost like 80% or 70% of these tokens are native tokens of layer 1 blockchains. So we know that these tokens really have demand and they usually end up at a higher valuation than the rest of the market. And keeping that in mind, how amazing this blockchain is with their, advanced consensus mechanism, with having the opportunity to mine and also run the smart node, and their own gaming platform that has P2E. I think this truly is a hidden gem in the current market. And with the upcoming halving and with the upcoming new upgrades that we just talked about here, we're going to have a possible hard fork coming up next. And they are going to launch CBay. There will be their very own mobile wallet. They will launch their decentralized exchange. All these are obviously going to act a catalyst for this project, for this platform. So I think this is a project we should all keep in mind. And if you are interested in it, and if you want to maybe run a node, start mining, use their play to earn, maybe mint your native assets here, I'll give you guys all the links that are in the description. And of course, if you have any questions, you can ask me in the comment section. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on this, and I'll see you guys in the next video shortly. So stay tuned.